Hello and welcome to the cryptocurrency news channel. So we're going to talk about like retirement and IRAs and how you can actually allocate your IRA to kind of follow the crypto market. Now, I don't advise anyone do this. My IRA itself is actually not allocated in this way. I have like most small cap tax funds. I basically have an account with BlackRock, and I essentially just use the extremely aggressive uh, vector for growth because I'm not going to retire for another 30 years or so, or maybe even longer than that, deciding if I actually want to retire or not, because I actually like what I do. um, so I'm actually having it grow that way, and I don't really have too many plans to change it. I might do this with a little bit of the fund, but not too much of it. However, a lot of you want like kind of like somewhat of a retirement crypto IRA. While you can't invest directly 100% in crypto with your IRA, I Trust Capital is I think it's the only pension retirement thing where you can actually allocate a bit of your retirement to the IRA. Um, but if you actually want to allocate into funds that actually let you pick your own stocks instead of just going on one of the tracks, and I'm not really sure which services allow you to do that, but if you have one, I know there are several that allow you to do that. If they allow you to do that, you might consider making your own special fund in inside your own retirement fund consisting of these stocks, because all these stocks have a lot of exposure to crypto and they will follow the crypto market. Now, obviously, they're not entirely dependent on the crypto market, at least a lot of them aren't, which gives you kind of a safety valve because many of these companies are actually have very, very solid fundamentals in and of themselves. So you're not completely exposed to crypto, which is an added bonus. But it is high risk, high reward in crypto. I think it's the risk reward will pay off, but you have to know that like you're taking a big risk. So let's actually go over 7 companies. One is Marathon Digital Investments. Now, this one's more directly tied to crypto than the others. Marathon Digital, they're building the US's most efficient Bitcoin miner. Obviously, if the price of Bitcoin goes down, they're screwed. So take that into mind. If you believe Bitcoin's going to get flipped within like 2 years, you probably don't want to buy this stock. Maybe replace it with JP Morgan or something, which actually JP Morgan does actually have exposure to crypto, and they're a little bit more safe, obviously, being JP Morgan. But Marathon Digital Holdings, they're basically trying to make America's most efficient Bitcoin miner, basically building America's leading enterprise Bitcoin miner. They're completely tied to Bitcoin, so their fate is going to roll with Bitcoin's fate, essentially. Number 2 is MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy is obviously very tied to Bitcoin and now to Ethereum as well. A lot of their holdings is in Bitcoin and Ethereum. So while they not be directly correlated to Bitcoin and Ethereum, a large part of them are. They are also one of the more risky ones. The other companies, all that I'm going to mention, all kind of have merits on their own and are not completely tied to what Bitcoin is. The third one is PayPal. Now, PayPal does have a lot of exposure to crypto. They have crypto services, and I think some of their treasury is also, I'm pretty sure some of their treasury is crypto as well. They hold a lot of, I would say, like funds that are in flux in crypto. So they will actually fluctuate with the crypto market because it does probably contain, their treasury probably does contain a decent amount of crypto. And there's like a lot of the, I guess, like in use money that they actually have that is crypto because people are buying and trading crypto on their platform, and people are probably leaving crypto on their platform, and they're not letting, like when you leave money on PayPal, they don't just let it sit there. They're lending it out and they're doing business stuff with it. So same thing with the crypto holdings that are actually on their platform as well. So they're using that to make money as well. And so they have a decent amount of risk exposure to crypto as well. But PayPal, I think, is a pretty good stock to own anyways because it has solid fundamentals outside the crypto market. So PayPal is number 3. Tesla is number 4. Obviously, Tesla's not completely tied to crypto. They have $1 billion of their treasury that's crypto, but Tesla's pretty big in terms of market cap. And the thing is, if Bitcoin goes way up, then Tesla's treasury value will go way up and their company valuation will go way up as well. But they also sell, electric cars. And if electric cars become prominent, obviously Tesla is going to ace big as well. So they have $1 billion or $2 billion exposed to crypto, but they're not completely exposed to crypto. I would say they're not mostly exposed to crypto. Like their car future is probably still a bigger part of their business. So that gives you a little bit of diversification as well. The next one is Coinbase. They obviously are building an NFT platform, and they're a platform to trade crypto, so they will actually have revenue and profits no matter what. But let's be honest here. They do own crypto, and outside of owning crypto, the fees and the trading fees they get are obviously tied to how the crypto market is doing. In times of boom, they're going to have more trading fees. In times of bust, they're not going to have as many trading fees. So they are pretty correlated with the crypto market. But Coinbase itself has other services like NFTs and like revenue from their services. So they're not really completely tied to how Bitcoin and crypto are doing, but for a large part, they are tied to how crypto is doing. The sixth one I'm going to talk about is Visa. Now, Visa obviously is very, very solid fundamentally, the biggest credit card provider in the world, but they have a ton of crypto initiatives, and those initiatives can make them ever more money. So I think there's more insurance if the crypto market drops. Visa obviously is not going to completely tank, but if the crypto market rises, you can be sure that Visa is going to be part of the game, and they probably have some crypto in their treasury as well. So Visa is definitely going to benefit a lot from the rise of crypto. Number 7 is likewise MasterCard. Pretty much everything I said about Visa applies to MasterCard as well. The second biggest credit card provider and payments gateway in the world. Everything I said about Visa applies to MasterCard. And Visa and MasterCard obviously have very solid fundamentals, so you won't be sweating it if crypto completely tanks. You'll still have Visa and MasterCard, which are going to be worth a lot of money. Same thing with Tesla and PayPal. I think only Marathon Investments, MicroStrategy, and Coinbase are pretty much extremely tied to crypto. The other 4 are tied to crypto and they'll benefit a lot from it, but they won't completely tank if crypto falls. So that gives you a safety valve as well. And I think these 7 companies, there are others, like there's a couple of banks like JP Morgan that are actually exposed to crypto, but I think these 7 can make up a pretty good portfolio. You have higher risk with crypto with Marathon Digital Holdings, MicroStrategy, and Coinbase, but you also have PayPal, Tesla, Visa, and MasterCard to kind of alleviate that fear, but still have a lot of potential if crypto goes up. So I think that's actually a pretty good fund. Obviously, I wouldn't do it with your entire fund, and you would have to have one of those services that let you allocate to your own fund. So let me know what you think about like a fund like this for part of your IRA. Do you think it's a good idea, or would you rather just like not have an IRA and invest directly in crypto? I don't think that's a good idea. By the way, I think you should have an IRA. But if you want to take control of your IRA and have more exposure to crypto, this is one way to do it while being more safe than just directly buying crypto. That's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe and hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.